I'm back, Jack, joined with,
Matt Thomas, Studio Redband.
and I know for people out there, they have wondered and have asked the question, what happened to zer0cool1389?
I
Well,
know I have.
tonight, I'm here to talk about that and what happened. Go in depth. Um, Before we get to that, I mean, is there anything that you want to ask or say before I get into the story? What happened?
I'm good. I'm good. I think. Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. And
I, I'm. I'm interested to see how it. I know, like later on, it will probably get pretty crazy, right? So.
yeah, it's gonna get more rant filled throughout because um, for, we're actually re-recording because I think a couple of videos back, I brought up some personal stuff, and tonight I don't want to mention all that.
Mhm.
What happened? I don't want to get into some personal stuff.
This is take 4, ladies and gentlemen. Take 4.
But okay, here let's rewind back. Let's go back to September 1st. Today is October 6th. So here's what happened on that fine morning.
I know it goes fast when you're out of the loop, huh?
Yeah.
That month goes fast. I know how exactly how you feel right now.
And I actually did, sort of wrote some things out, so I'm just going off what happened. But here's what happened that fine morning. Well, I wouldn't call it fine.
That
September
fateful
1st.
night,
Yeah.
fateful day.
Uh, I woke up that morning, just regular checking my YouTube, regular morning day, checking for comments, my inbox. I noticed I'm signed out. But I always kept YouTube open on my computer. I don't know if my computer had shut down or did I sign out of Google and forgot about it. Then I went through Google and looked up my channel name, to see what happened because I never signed out. And I clicked on the channel link, and there it read, um, according to YouTube, that my account has been terminated due to multiple or severe violations of YouTube's policy against spam, deceptive practices, and misleading content.
Fuck.
This is These were the reasons given by YouTube.
Those are not good reasons. And if you're gonna send reasons like that, please send examples of what those reasons were, so we know what the fuck is going on. Because you never do. And you know, fuck. I've had videos of mine that were copyrighted. I tried to use my own videos, and they were copyrighted. And I was like, what the fuck? What the fuck? And then like I'm sure, like how you send like a long letter of like this is mine or this was given to me to use, and they don't even respond to you. So
No, and around this time, I can't recall anything that I did that was deceptive or misleading. For example, like before all that happened, before my account was shut down, like videos that I had made around that time, like me and you, we did a Sly themed Q&A where we answered
yeah,
Stallone questions. Um, I did
seven
a
hours,
What's that?
7 hour. It was 7 hours. I was listening to it the other day. It was 7 hours long.
Yeah,
7 hours, 2 minutes.
and that was a
It's,
lot of fun. But I know
mhm.
before that, I mean, me and Rambo for Life, we did a rant filled Q&A where we answered rant questions.
Mhm.
And like during this time, I was sort of in this rant mode where I did a rant on, you know, it was a 7 minute, just me by myself, a solo rant. I actually stood up for this video. Usually I'm sitting down, I stood up. I ranted on Gone with the
Didn't
Wind.
take a knee for this one, huh?
No, I didn't take a knee for this one. But Gone with the Wind screenings in Tennessee canceled
Oh
because
boy,
they
yeah.
were deemed insensitive to minorities. And I went off on this bullshit topic. And in that video, that rant, out of just rage, I said the words, fuck unity. And something just, I don't know I just blurted that out. I just blurted out those two words. And the night
I don't think that
before,
had anything to do with it. It was probably something stupid, you
yeah,
know. Like, come on, like that just backs up my theory of today. Nobody knows how to watch movies anymore. You know what I mean?
yeah, man, Gone with the Wind. I mean, a film that's 80 years old
Yeah,
and it's deemed insensitive.
they just had a screening of that here, and I did not go. And I felt so bad because I've never really watched that movie all the way through. I've only seen parts of it. And they also were playing Duel, Steven Spielberg's Duel, so I'm really kicking myself that I did not go see that.
But people are mad about that. But it's funny too because also, like the night before, I was in the process of uploading a 30-minute rant on Jeepers Creepers 3, and it was taking too damn long. Like a 30-minute video was taking 2 hours to upload. I'm like, I don't, I'm not gonna stay up
Mm-hmm.
and I'm not gonna say, I know that's kind of a stretch to say any of those had anything to do with it, but I know when I did that Gone with the Wind rant and I said fuck Unity, this is like maybe 2 days before it happened, before my channel shut down. You know, I had that sort of feeling creeping over that, like, consequences.
Yeah.
Like it may, like I shouldn't have said that, or something was gonna happen. I can't say what, or it's just something. You ever get that feeling?
I hear it all the time. I should not have said that. Um, yeah, but you know how it is when you're uploading, when you're on a roll and you're uploading YouTube videos, and like sometimes you overthink things, just like that. Sometimes you kind of overthink things, like, oh, that was, I shouldn't have said that, but
And again, I can't
I've,
really
I've
say.
like, I've heard a million worse things than that. You know what I mean? Like, I've heard people say some despicable things, and I think it wasn't directed in hurting anyone. It was just kind of like a statement, right? So it's like, no one should complain about that. Come on, YouTube. Come on.
Yeah,
You can't say fuck Unity, but you can show like fucking two kids almost killing themselves walking down the street with guns. Come on. You can show kids like hanging off of buildings and shit, and no one calls the cops. No one fuck. Hey, if I was YouTube, I would have this separate division where I would look for videos. Like, if I was gonna come down on people for videos, I would find a good fucking reason. Like those videos where those kids are fucking hanging off of buildings, those little fucking young kids are hanging off of buildings and shit, or videos where like people are like filming people getting beat up. If you're fucking, if you're behind it enough that you're gonna put a video up there to try and get some sort of viral fame or money out of it, you should be brought to court,
yeah.
because that's a fucking crime.
That's how YouTube works. It's so
But
backwards now.
can't
Yeah,
say fuck Unity.
can't say
Don't
that.
don't say fuck Unity.
It's kind of
Yeah.
like you know, I remember like just reading about Jeepers Creepers 3 and how people were so mad that they canceled premieres of that, but like
Hmm.
I don't know, they kind of I don't know. It's just a lot of double standard on going on there because
Yeah.
the
I
same
don't know. I'm not
people.
going to see it. I don't really want to see it. It's going to be on Sci-Fi next month anyway, and uh, I'm kind of done with that whole thing. Like, to me, it's just it's just as good as it never happened, right? So
Yes, but
people go way like, okay, some people are justified, but some people just go fucking way off the rails.
yeah, it's I don't know, and that's a different topic. Maybe I'll go into another day, but yeah, I mean, before all that happened to my channel, I remember the last one or two videos I did were rant filled, and again, I can't say that those were the reasons. And I know the questions are, why didn't I fight it? Why didn't I dispute or fight for my channel?
Mm-hmm.
I was mad at first because 5 years of doing videos, podcasts, collaborations with you, with Rembrandt for Life, OCP, Wildman, Fabio, the Italian Stallion 51.
He's back. He's gonna be back this weekend.
Yeah, and hopefully we'll get to talk
Fabio
to him.
videos. Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. New Fabio videos. Let's do it.
And I get fucked over in one blow. And
I know. Every time I upload a Rambo video, and trust me, it was over 1,000, right? So there's like every single time I had that feeling of, are they going to take this
yeah,
down?
it's like you have to walk that line.
Yeah, I'm out of that now. I'm doing something new, so I'm happy.
And that's a lot of personal time. And a
Yes.
lot of what we do is putting in personal time and making things fun. Just to
Yeah.
escape the realities of life,
Mhm.
providing fun content and podcasts. For example, I mean, we could talk about the Cobra discussion that I did a few years back with Wild Man and Rambrat for Life.
That's a great video because, like, I'm sure a lot of people get different things out of that video, but for me, that was such a great video because it's like, without that video, I never would have met you. I never would have met Isaiah. Never would have met Matt. You know, and for me, that's such a great. I don't know, that video inspired so many friendships and so many good times, and it was such a solid video on every fucking level. Like, you listen to that video and you're completely on this other plane while you're listening to that, and it was so good. It inspired me a lot. It helped like me decide to kind of throw my hat into doing this, right? So, yeah, man, that's like, wow. That's one of my favorite videos of all time.
And I've seen that video around YouTube because even during that time when I had my channel up, I noticed that people have copied it. So
Mhm.
I'm gonna try to get it back. Um, we'll see. But that's
I should have pirated that shit when I had the chance. I would have just sent it back to you.
and that video got like some crazy view count, and
Hmm.
it was like almost 500,000, or it was like one of my most watched videos. But
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't have to have Rambler for Life and that and Wild Man Beyond. I mean, they were just as much of a help and contribution, and it just. And then like the Tango and Cash video with fan discussion, me, you, and Wild Man Beyond did.
That was awesome fun.
Yes, and that was.
Do you still have that one, or is that one of the ones that got lost?
I think that's one that's got lost
If I
because
can send you that, I have a cut of that that's like almost an hour longer. I
okay,
can send it over.
because what happened was I think during that time I had a laptop and it crashed. Um, and I've had this computer for a year,
Mhm.
so there's some things that were lost. And I know some things that Matt here still has. So
Yeah, I got everything we've ever done.
and
I have
yeah,
a collection of I have a secret collection of John videos where I have everything we've ever done, and like, wow, I've been going over a lot of that stuff recently, and it's so good.
and that was the
Even
first video we did, right?
yeah, yeah, that was like 2 years ago, over 2 years ago, or around 2 years ago. But I got stuff. It's so weird because we usually do this, and then there's like the cut that hits YouTube, but there's always all that other stuff that we never put out. I've got tons of that. Like, I've got I've got stuff for every video we put out, like an alternate cut of it. So yeah, I'll send those over. It's really it brings back amazing memories. And like, just going over the editing this week, I was like, wow, man, some of that stuff is so good that we never put out.
And a lot of cracking on Ted Sutton.
Oh, we got some special Ted Sutton. Like, we've got Ted Sutton stuff the world has never seen,
Yeah,
right? So,
even the lizard people haven't seen.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
we go hardcore on Ted Sutton and Joel Kinnaman. He does not escape. Let's just say that.
No. But um, I remember doing like we did some fan discussions, some random ones like I Come in Peace. I did with Matt.
Hmm.
Predator 2. I did with Mike and OCP and Rambrat for Life.
Hmm.
Then we did the Expendables 4 discussion, like who should be in the Expendables 4, and me and you and Wild Man Beyond, we talked about that for what, 7 hours.
Yeah, 7 hours. Like, yeah, I think it was 6 hours and 49 minutes, and the other cut was like just over 7 hours. But what a lot of people don't know is it took us 6 days to get to that point. So we had 6 days of shows that we did, and every time we did the show, we would do the same show differently for the first half. So we got like through the first half of the list, and we would do it differently every night.
Yeah, because Wild Man had a hard time trying to join up.
Yeah, and we had like nights where like the equipment would remember that we'd have to download different apps, download different programs because the equipment would keep on failing, and we get like halfway through the list every night. And it happened like for at least 6 nights or 5 or 6 nights, and then Wild Man came on, and the odds were totally against us. And when Wild Man came on, somehow it worked. But we went from sunset to sunrise. Like I remember the sun going down and the sun coming up.
Yeah, I remember starting. It was like 9 o'clock on my end, and I didn't go to bed till like 6. I'm like,
I've got a 21 hour cut of that. It's on the ACU stuff. Season 0. It's 21. It's one shot all the way through. So if you can make it through that, I don't know, that's a real, Zero Cool fan.
I just recall like towards the end of that list, like we were all just kind of like, what do you think about this guy? And we're like, yeah. Because we all starting to, like, think he fell asleep. Or like Wild Man Beyond fell asleep.
It was so good. It was so good. And like the outtakes are so good. There's 14 hours of outtakes on there, or like 13 hours or something crazy like that. But wow, the outtakes are amazing because we're just like every time we went around, we would say something different about the same actors, and like we would joke around, and it was like, oh man, it's such a classic. Yeah.
And then
there's a 21-hour cut of that out there.
The Colossal Rant we did.
Yeah.
I mean, that was like a 3-parter, but even that first part alone was like hours and hours of ranting and just having a good time. And it was like I think the first segments were me, Mike, and Matt. And then like the last half, it was like me, you, and Wild Man Beyond. And
yeah.
I put it all in one video.
That was a great video too.
That was like the rants of rants.
Yeah, because I know, like, I saved all the stuff that we did together, and just that alone was like, wow, that was long. That was really long.
And I know that me and you, we've done some Q&As before.
Yeah, we did that crazy 5-hour Q&A. That first.
I think that was probably back in, I want to say 2015.
Is that where we met Jack Craven?
I don't know.
I think so, wasn't it? Or like not met, but he was always around.
He was. I think maybe he was trying to get in contact with us or something.
Yeah, like that's when we first started pondering over Jack's notes or something like that.
Oh wait, you're talking about? I don't know. I know we did one.
Because remember we did that long Q&A. I know on when I put it on Rambo Mania, I used a picture for like the Riddler from Gotham or something like that. But that one I think that's when I first started hearing from Jack Craven. Like I already knew who he was, and he had some awesome stuff out there. But I think that's when he first started asking, or at least me, questions. He probably was asking questions before that in Q&As, but I think that was the first time I kind of like got a flavor for who he was as a person, as an individual.
Yeah, and that's like another great guy that I'll mention. But also, I remember like doing the what could have beens, like I think with me, you, and Matt.
I was listening to that the other day because I remember we did like the Demolition Man cliffhanger stuff.
Oh yeah.
And then Matt jumped in while we were doing the Demolition Man stuff, and then we talked about night 6 of the Batman versus Superman, the 7-night Batman versus Superman.
Oh, that was. I think that was sometime after. I'm talking like it was like the what could have beens, like films that never were. I think we talked about. I remember going to Isobar.
Yeah, it's the
and
same
all kinds of like.
Same one. Yeah, we were talking about like Last Action Hero and Isobar. We started off with Isobar, I think, like near the front of it.
And then I think we did a rant on Dawn of Justice, which.
Yeah. Yeah,
like
that was part of it.
during
Yeah,
that time, that was like it was like we had done like 4 or 5 rants. At least the ones I uploaded, it was like 4 or 5 rants on Batman versus Superman.
it was a whole week, every night for a whole week. Yeah,
You know,
that's crazy.
but I
Not
mean,
horrible in the sense that it was horrible because that fucking those podcasts were fucking way better than that movie was 10 times over. But it was horrible that we couldn't understand that movie, or we hated that movie so much that we went for 7 fucking nights. That's incredible.
and I mean, it is so many videos and so much entertainment, and
Hmm.
yeah, I think what happened was when all that just happened, it just really sapped me. You know, like you feel sapped of
Yeah,
energy.
it takes a lot out of us to do this stuff. Like just like you were saying before with like the Expendables one. That's 7 hours. That's already really draining. But imagine doing that every night for a week. Like people don't see the amount of love that goes into it. They see the end product. So
Yeah, and that was, but I mean, 5 years just kind of just went down the drain. And the plan was for September. I was just going to take it easy because the plans were I was going to move into this house in October, which me and this roommate were going to rent. But now it's going to be November, and I kept asking myself, do I fight it and maybe get my channel back? But then what happens in 4 to 5 months down the line when YouTube has been going down the drain because of their agendas and their BS,
hmm.
and I get the boot again?
Yeah. Like I've heard that from so many people, and like me personally, like Rambo Mania stuff that will stay on YouTube because I know I'm not going to get back to it for another year easily, and then I have like a long time to finish it. But like anything in between that now, I can't do YouTube anymore just because the rules are so contradicting, and just the execution of everything on that channel on that site's kind of like iffy right now, and the wrong people are getting the right treatment. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So for me right now, I'm like, fuck it. Like, I'm going somewhere where everything is free for everybody. If you want, you can take it home with you. You know, I don't see why I should put stuff up on a site for them to make money off of it, and for me to be hindered by it. You know, because it's not about the money. It's about loving what you do, and giving that to as many people as possible. So.
Definitely.
Hmm.
And I, I just didn't want to deal with it. I mean, I just kind of wanted to let it simmer, whether that was by working or just getting away from it,
Hmm.
doing other things. And it's not to say I didn't care because
Oh no,
that's a lot of time. And that's a lot of time spent on videos.
that's a lot to think about too. Like when you have to make that decision, when you're like, oh, they just threw this curveball out of nowhere, and you really have to think about, okay, what am I going to do? And I can totally understand that because me with music, it was the same thing. Like when it all came crumbling down, I'm not saying it came crumbling down. That was just YouTube fucking up for me. It was crumbling down. Um, I was like, okay, do I walk away from this, or do I torture myself for another 5 years?
Yeah.
So I kind of walked away from it, but what I mean. Like, I know it's not a personal thing, like a personal. It's personal, but I know it's not like a personal angst against you to feel that way. Like, okay, the last 5 years are gone, but I don't know. In me, they'll live on, and I'm sure you have a lot of stuff, and I can kind of I can send over stuff that I have, but I know what you mean. Losing all that material, it's like all that history, all that hard earned stuff that you work for. That's the biggest pain of all.
Yeah. And
And
this
for
is,
someone to do that for a company to do that over a petty, stupid reason, as they can't even give you an example of that reason, that's like, wow, I'd be fucking furious, man. I'd be
it's kind of
fucking
like you're so
furious.
mad that, what's that you don't have anything to say. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that's what I felt like. I didn't know what to
Hmm.
say.
it's like killing your babies. You know, it's like you put so much energy and so much life into this thing,
Or not the wind out of
and
you.
you will abide by the rules. You do everything that you're supposed to do, and then they just chop you down and treat you like a number. You know.
Definitely.
Uh,
And I just, just taking care of other things, and then through September, which a few days after that, I did get hit. I didn't get too wrecked, but I did get hit by some lady. I'll mention this.
mm-hmm.
I'll mention that, but yeah, she
I'll be
at the
right back.
stoplight. You're fine.
Yeah.
She
You can tell the story. I'll be back in a minute.
all right, but yeah, I just got hit. Dumb lady didn't see me in her blind spot, and she tried to get in my lane. But I mean, I didn't get hurt or anything, so. But September, it was just working and whatnot. Just taking my mind off YouTube and just making money. I was, I at some point during September, I wanted to come back, because this just happened out of the blue, and it came out of nowhere that I wanted to address it sooner. But I just wanted to, just take it easy and not really think about it all that much. But as far as like thoughts or theories, why was my account really closed? I sometimes so I think, what if it was SGW or SGW related? Their current agenda. It just
Those fuckers ain't gonna be happy until the fucking internet burns down, and all this great stuff that we had that we taken for granted that was free will then be charged. Sorry about that.
Are you good? Now it's like I was kind of thinking about, as far as thoughts and theories. Because what YouTube gave me their reasons I call bullshit.
Oh, yeah.
Are you fine?
To say the least, bullshit.
And it just it does kind of reek of SJW activities. Um, was it trolls?
Yeah, it could be.
Was
These
it
days, that's the sad thing is you never know, right?
was it John Avenger?
Oh fuck.
Is he dead?
I think I said everything I need to say alone about John Avenger in take 3.
I think we even pointed out I think we pointed out that he's not that sophisticated enough to.
No, he's not.
But I do know there's some, masterful trolls out there.
Yeah. Mystical. Mystical trolls is the politically correct statement.
Yeah.
That's what they like to be called, mystical, because they can cast internet spells.
Straight from the basement.
Straight from the mama's basement. The mystical troll shows up in like a tutu with a fucking magic wand made out of a fucking pipe cleaner. The foam star that you put on the Christmas tree.
And a big thing of Cheetos.
Yeah. Taking it easy, sucking some cock.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you. Like, do you think it was SJW related? Let's just start with that.
It's hard to say because we've gone off on SJWs, but we've never gone off on them for the wrong reasons. And these days, anything you type in on YouTube or Facebook is the wrong reason, because you're not allowed to be opinionated anymore because there's no such thing as free speech on the internet.
Yeah. Like
where was I going with this?
Every word you type is going to be a firestorm.
Yeah, Firestorm. Another Stallone script that we're going to try to get to. Anyway.
Or you could say it's a Howie Long reference.
Yeah. I started watching that again. I haven't seen it since the 90s, right? Oh, so good. So bad, but so good. Scott, what the fuck's his name? Scott Glenn? Oh. Anyway.
What about trolls?
yeah, like we've done educational videos where we've done like you've done we've all done like you, me, Wildman, everything like that. Together even we've done educational videos where we talk about the dangers of trolls, you know, like where you shouldn't be so I sound like a broken record here because we've said it a million times, but you shouldn't be so quick to judge or like tear down someone because you never know what effect that is going to have. You never know if that person's going to commit suicide because you said a certain thing about them. You never know. You know, the day we live in, it's the sad truth, right? Or you never know if you say something about someone and then they show up at your house. I was watching one video. I know we talked about this before. I think was fuck. I can't remember the name, the YouTube's name, like Lefty or something like that. Was saying that him and his friend were making fun of someone on their video game account. They were playing a game or whatever, and then that person showed up at that person's house, and they were trying to drag him outside and beat him up and stuff. You never know what could happen. Like, I understand. You know what? You're pissed off. You want to blow off steam. Fine, but don't bring down someone else at that expense. Don't make fun of their handicaps or their heritage or their beliefs. You know, especially when you don't know what's going to happen. Like, you know, you never know that one thing you could say. You know, you might not think anything above it. You might think it's a regular Friday night, but guess what? That person who you said it to, they just hung themselves. Now you gotta live with that for the rest of your life.
Yeah, because these fucking asshole trolls, which is also a scary thought that some of these dumbasses and idiots are like
Yeah,
fathers, like of a family.
it's horrible.
But I mean,
Yeah,
if you think about
yeah.
it,
You never know. You never. That's the thing. There's so
you never know if
You
a
never.
troll is,
It's so
you
vast.
know, it doesn't matter. It could be a teenager, it could be, you know, a guy who has, you know, who's 42 and has 3 kids and doesn't give a shit.
Yeah,
All he wants to do is just go on, you know, YouTube on a daily basis and piss someone off.
yeah. But that's what I mean. Like we do videos about that kind of stuff that maybe try to more enlighten people and maybe try to make people think twice about being mean to people and maybe try to turn this whole fucking bad thing around that we're stuck in right now. And they just look at it like, oh, you know, you can't say that because it's this or that,
Yeah, and
which
you know,
fucking is stupid.
and there's stupid trolls out there. I mean, there's just trolls that will never quit. They're always going to be fucking keyboard warriors, assholes. And I can't say
It's raining.
what's that.
I, I had someone. I was talking to my good friend the other day, and they were saying they do this stuff too, and they were saying that man, that's why I don't show my face. That's why I don't. You know, you get some crazy people out there, right? So, scary place, man. Scary place.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
So and I can't prove anything. It's just you know, kind of thinking about. I know towards the end there, you know, I put out quite a few rants. I mean, was it some of these idiots that just went off certain words? I mean, were my last videos that triggering?
I don't think it's anything you say. You know, honestly, I think the last fucking generation is just so fucking pussy fed and fucking you know they're so fucking titty in the mouth and they're spoiled. They've you know I don't know what it is, but you notice that like the last generation isn't disciplined.
Yeah.
Like parents are just like so afraid of their children that they just let them do whatever the fuck they want. If I tried that shit when I was young, fuck off, man. Like,
I
I
know,
wouldn't
and
give
you're
a
older
shit.
than me, and you know more than you've
Yeah,
you've lived longer than
like
me. So
I've been on my own since I was 15. So like I learned all that before that, you know, because my parents weren't really the nicest of parents. So
yeah, just a lot of people are just nowadays they just don't. It's not about disagreeing; it's about
mhm.
attacking. But it's just the whole thing
Yeah,
that with the channel that went down to me, it's just so suspect, and it raises questions that
yeah,
without warning, without notification. my account gets terminated. And let me ask, and I kind of asked this before, for
Yeah.
folks out there, let me ask this question. Was I in any way misleading or deceptive?
Yeah.
I
I
mean,
don't. Me personally, I don't think so. I watch a majority of your shows, and I never thought anything was over the line. I'd be the first one to tell you. I'd be like, hey, John. I would joke about it though, because I probably find it funny. So I feel like,
yeah,
but
but this is what YouTube said. I mean, was I uploading misleading content or conveying any speck of deceptive practice, spam? Bear in
yeah,
mind, I didn't make, I didn't
spam.
make a what?
Like we try to spend most of our days avoiding spam. What makes you think that we're gonna try and create spam?
Yeah,
Oh, you know what I mean?
and I know I had some of that. Like, I would get some PMs that would come in as spam,
Yeah.
but I mean that's the only time I dealt with spam from certain
And you
comments.
can't even get that right because remember in the old days it used to be like email. You could email each other and shit, and now it's all like you have to do some fucking contra code to find your fucking email in the YouTube or your YouTube mail. They fucked that shit up too.
Yeah,
I'd probably get more spam than I get fucking emails from people just because like I don't know where to look for the fucking emails because YouTube is fucking bitch.
ever since they fucking merged with Google, it's been a headache, and that's a whole nother topic there. I know.
Assholes.
And bear in mind, I didn't make a dime off YouTube. This is, you know,
Exactly.
I was all for enjoyment.
Yeah.
And
But it just sucks because it's. I know what you mean. Like I know how you feel. Like it's so much work and so much love, and you know that feeling you get after you make a great video and you go to put it up and it's like wow, and then bam, they just shit on that because fucking other people can't play the game. That sucks.
and the last time I looked, I was in good standing. That was probably in June, July. It wasn't too long ago before all that happened. It's, I kind of think that, and I laugh about, but maybe someone had enough of my rants. Someone skillful enough was able to accomplish, shutting down the channel. And again, I can't prove it.
Hmm.
I can't prove it. It's just speculation. But it's funny and
Hmm.
interesting that the day I discovered my channel was closed is when I noticed YouTube made some changes, changing their look, changing their page and appearance,
Yeah.
their whole site. That
Yeah.
it all came
Yeah.
down
I
on.
definitely. Yeah. A lot of that.
I mean, dude,
Sorry.
oh, you're good. But it just all came down on that day, September 1st.
Yeah. It just sucks because it's like oh, I don't see any reason for them to do that.
And, I know that some people kind
And
of.
like I don't see any.
Are we going to say? Go ahead.
I don't see any like I don't see any reason for YouTube to take that action. Like you're always in good standing. You always put out not only quality stuff, but you put out stuff that's like within the realm of their laws and all these stupid rules that we have to follow that make absolutely no sense. And we've said it like a million times. That even if we were to disobey these rules, we would still be only causing promotion for those things that we're talking about. Like
Yeah.
they would be making money. We're not making any money. Like what the fuck's going on? Like you should be allowed to talk about your favorite movie. You should be allowed to talk about what movie pisses you off. You should be allowed to talk about all these things. Like okay, how do the big name people get away with it and we don't? You
That's the
know,
$1 million question.
like yeah, yeah. I see a ton of videos every day where they use people's, where they use copyrighted stuff and nobody says nothing. I don't know.
I mean, I've heard people like, I think Rainbow for Life, like some of these companies and studios, like I don't know who exactly, but they have went after a couple of his reviews because of a fucking thumbnail
Mm-hmm.
or the title, or yeah, and then you have to take down the video.
Mm-hmm. I just want to say right now that totally off the topic, but right now, or maybe an hour from now, First Blood's going to be premiering in BC for the Hope 35.
Oh, really? Oh man.
Really, this is tonight's the night. Tonight's the night. Like tonight's the celebration. So even though it came out on the 22nd, I don't understand that, but I don't know why they would do it tonight, but they're doing it tonight.
Damn, man.
All you Rambo fans, the one place you want to be right now, that's where it is.
And Hope.
Fuck. Anyway, yeah. Sorry.
No,
Let's
no,
get
oh no,
back
you're
to
fine. I mean, if you want to talk about that more later in
it.
this,
It was like a staple of time in history, so I had to acknowledge.
we gotta check some Rambo. And
Yeah, it's a 35 tonight, man. 35.
and speaking of Stallone, we got some Stallone announcements coming in this video. But yeah, I mean, I know some what
It makes you think. Do they was the original premiere tonight? Was the premiere of the Rambo suicide ending tonight? That the 22nd had the other ending? I don't know. I'll leave that up to you. But it's curious to ponder. Tonight could have been the anniversary of the night that Rambo died.
Yeah.
I'm an asshole.
I know you're fine. I'd like to more about that.
Sorry.
I know you're fine. No need to apologize. Do damn, what was I talking about?
I don't remember. Hold on. Let me bring it back. We were talking about the SJWs.
Oh, like, do you think, I know YouTube has done some of these activities where they'll kind of shut down dead accounts or accounts that have had less than 1,000 subs. Have you heard of YouTube doing stuff like that?
Yeah, but if that was the case, I would have been gone a long time ago because over 5 years, I only racked up like 41 subscribers. I don't know how that's possible. I guess I get most of my stuff from being seen on other people's shows that they watch other people's shows because I'm on a lot of shows all the time, but which is kind of weird. But I would think that I would have been gone a long time ago if that was the case. But I don't know. I really think it's a faulty thing. Like I think it's something in their infrastructure where they're fucked up. Like I don't know. You hear about all those bots. All those bots
what do you
going
call
around.
it? The algorithms?
The algorithms. The Age of Aquarius. But I don't know. Could be anything. But like whatever it is, they need to figure that shit out because it's doing more harm than it is doing good. And the only people who are prospering from this are those fucking people who are making the money.
Jake Paul.
Like fucking Jake Paul. Yeah, I fucking him. I hope he fucking. I fucking hate that guy. Every time I see his face, I just want to throw my phone against the wall.
Makes you want to go Rambo.
Yeah. Fuck. I heard a new Rambo expression today, and I can't remember what it was. But it was a new one, and it was something I never heard before, and I can't remember what it is.
You should say, tell Jake Paul, don't
Anyway.
push it. I'll give you war you won't believe.
Oh, it was Casey Jones. It was Casey Jones. I was listening to Nostalgia Critic, talking about they were doing like the 3-way crossover for the Ninja Turtles 2. And they were talking about Casey Jones, how he should be more like Rambo mixed with Jason Voorhees than some, how they got him in the movie.
Are you talking about the new Ninja Turtles?
I don't know. Yeah, but it was an interesting reference, and I was like, wow, that's a really interesting take on using Rambo as an example of something. I was like, wow, That makes me like Casey Jones a whole lot more.
Yeah.
I always look at Casey Jones like Clint Eastwood. I don't know, like a muscular Clint Eastwood, you know. But I'm Elias Cotes,
Yeah, great actor.
obviously, because that's from my generation. So everyone in that year looked like that, but all the cool kids anyway.
But yeah, I don't think I'll know what happened to my channel, and I don't think I'll ever know. I mean, even Robert Stack couldn't bring this unsolved mystery to light.
We gotta send to him. We gotta. Oh, you know what? We should contact that psychic I was talking to from Rocky 3 the other day,
Yeah.
Addie Negri, and ask her what happened.
What happened to my channel?
Yeah.
And are you talking to Sam Wheat? No, I ain't gonna ask that.
She was awesome. She was awesome.
If she's psychic,
She
she
was
can answer that question.
Yeah, she was like the coolest, man. We had such a great conversation about like Burt Reynolds and Stallone, and wow.
But ultimately, YouTube, they fisted me. And I don't like to get fisted.
Marcel's balls don't like to get fucked by anybody. Mrs. Wallace.
So, what happens from here? What are the plans? I mean,
I think we rebuild. We rebuild, man. Like, you know what? I'm down, man. I'll send you everything I got. And if you want to use that, I say rebuild, man. Just keep going, doing what you're doing. Maybe fight it in the meantime. I would say fight it just so that there's a chance of getting your old stuff back. And you know what? That's where you stick it to them. You get the old stuff back, and you fucking re-record all that shit. Log it, and then you put it on your own website. Tell them, suck my fucking cock. That's the way to go.
Man.
That's how I would do it.
Yeah, I don't know if YouTube's going to play that game, but I mean, I'm just thinking about like.
I'll leg it all for you. I'll send it over.
But ZTV, I know that we had done some. And ZTV was kind of like my own little sort of show where we talk about movies and stuff. And me and Matt here, we were covering this series called Jack's Notes, where we talked about films that were never made, that were going to be made but were canceled. And we talked about what John Carpenter films and Van Damme films, Sly films, Arnold films.
Yeah.
And
we did Jean-Claude's Bigfoot movie. We did Gale Force, Isobar. We did Demolition Man. The '89 version was Seagal versus Van Damme. We did. What else are we doing there? We talked about Hunter. We talked about Firestorm.
A little bit of Isobar.
Yeah. We did the intro to Isobar. We did all of Gale Force. We did the whole storyline for Gale Force. Pretty much walked through the whole movie. We did the same thing for Demolition Man '89, which was almost completely different from the Stallone version. I just went over
ripoffs.
Yeah, Die Hard ripoffs.
Which we didn't finish. That was a good one. And
that was where we ended off.
Yeah, and ZTV I want to pick up again.
There's new stuff too, because
what's that?
Yeah, he's been sending me some new stuff, so we got some new stuff too.
Yeah, and I'm going to thank him again, but I'll mention Jack Raven because he's been a great guy, and he's definitely filled us in on a lot of cool information and just a lot of history of films that were canceled. That is really, it's really cool stuff. And Jack Raven, if you're listening, I haven't forgot about you. I know Matt here has sent me your email, your Gmail. So if you want to contact me, or I think I haven't checked it yet, so I don't know if you have replied back. But we're definitely going to get up, and we're going to pick that back up again. We're going to talk about Jack's notes.
Mm-hmm.
And just get back on the foot.
Not only that, but I know we had a ton of stuff for Jack's notes. We had at least
Oh,
I want to say over 13 hours of stuff for Jack's notes, but also we got all the information that information is based on. So we have like tons of more stuff from Jack's notes, and we got new Jack's notes,
yeah.
which is
If
amazing.
I don't know, I wasn't able to copy. I wasn't able to save a lot of that because I
Send
didn't
that to
know
you.
what would happen. Like I'm talking about some of the ones we didn't even get to. Like because Jack Raven had sent me a lot of PMs.
I got some of them though. Remember, we have duplicates of we got duplicates, right? And I know there's more stuff, so I'll send you the duplicates and the new stuff. And the new stuff, oh, let me tell you, that's gonna boogie woogie on your brain, baby.
And
That's some.
Jack
I
Raven, if
don't
you're
know. I
listening,
had many sleepless nights after looking at that. Many sleepless nights.
Commando 2, we talked about that. I forgot.
Yeah, I know too. That was amazing. That was amazing. When fucking Arnold's fighting the bouncer in the club. He's fighting this bouncer. Bouncer's like, I don't like your face. And I was like, look who's talking. He's like fighting him, and he picks him up and he throws him out the fucking window. And the guy goes through the window out into the bouncer line, and he fucking lands on the ground. And Arnold looks at the chick from Commando One there, Radon Chong, Chong's Tommy Chong's kid from Cyborg, from Commando One, and he's like, I don't know why they call them bouncers. They don't bounce.
That was a lot of fun to talk about.
Yeah, there was a scene that we never talked about where Arnold disguises himself as a Mexican bride to penetrate the compound at the end of the movie, and then he's like driving a armored vehicle with like the 40 calibers are in Rambo 4, but he's got like 6 of them, and he's just like blasting the shit out of people, and he's getting shot at, and like he's getting shrapnel through his body and stuff, and he's like getting torn down. He's like amazing.
Damn.
He jumps on a fucking helicopter. He's like hanging off the helicopter, and there's another helicopter underneath him, and it's trying to come up behind him and chop off his legs. So the fucking he's like
You can just see Arnold just screaming.
And the Kirby twist, oh, double twist, double Kirby twist. Commando 2. Beautiful.
That was a great one.
Yeah, so we gotta do that one again.
So yeah, if Jack Craven, if it's old notes, new notes, please send my way or Bat's way, because we're gonna get back on that foot, and ZTV as well. You know, I'm gonna see where I can start with that. You know, as far as a start point, but you know, we'll get back on that. You know, with that little series. As far as October, I haven't really thought about that. I figure I can go to you, like if there's anything you want to do, and I'm sure I'll get it with other people too throughout the month and for podcasts and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
But I mean, I know it's horror month.
I got some interesting things coming. There's stuff I want to do that I don't know if I'm going to get to do, like Freddy versus Jason versus Ash versus like versions 1 and 2. I don't know if I'm gonna get to that, but like there's some cool stuff where I got like alternate version of Freddy's Dead, where like there's a new Freddy Krueger crowned at the end of that movie, but Freddy dies, but there's this like, new dream demon, so technically it was spawned into a spin-off, a Nightmare on Elm Street spin-off after Freddy's Dead, with a whole new dream demon kind of thing, like a new Freddy.
That's interesting.
A lot of stuff. New Godzilla, a different version of Godzilla 98, sorry, where he fights a big creature.
I'd like to hear about that.
Yeah, just stuff like
that. I didn't know about that. And I actually like that one. I know that it gets a lot of crap, but I like 98 Godzilla. Sue me.
Yeah.
That's a fun.
Yeah, me too. Movie. I like it. I love that movie. Jimmy Page and Puff Daddy, come on, baby. Iroquois, Green Day, you can't go wrong with that.
So I mean, I guess October is up in the air. I mean, it could be anything, and I'm down for anything, whether with you and me or maybe
How, how about the ET?
what's that?
I'm working on this ET alternate trilogy. It's like the middle point of it is Dark Skies, like the Steven Spielberg Dark Skies, which is a little bit more like a horror
Where's it?
movie.
Is it called? I thought was it Night
Yeah, Night
Skies?
Skies.
Okay.
Night Skies. Sorry,
Oh, you good?
yeah, sorry, Night Skies. And then it's weird. It has like blueprints of like all the layout for everything, and it's exactly modeled off of the encounter story that's based on from not Jacksonville. Fuck. It will come back to me, but there's this whole encounter story that's based on like alien encounter story, which is crazy. Like the people by the end of the night, their house is full of shotgun holes. It was just like an alien invasion defense thing going on. And then there's the Kelly Hopkinsville. That's the encounter, Kelly Hopkinsville. And then it finishes off with the ET2 that never came out. The
Oh
Book of the
man.
Green, the sequel. I'm working on something with that. Maybe we can do like a walkthrough of all three.
Oh, I would be down for that, especially for this month.
Because that's a pretty good Halloween up. I've been working on this one for a while now. Special thanks to Cornell, the guy who was here last time when we got together. He's the one who had that book, the Green Planet book, and I was like, "What the fuck is this? Like, where'd you get this?" He's like, "Yeah." So that'd be a cool.
I would
Cool.
love it for October. I mean, what I'll do is I'll grab a box of Reese's Pieces and we'll talk about that.
Oh yeah, you hear like
Elliot. No.
the ow. That's like B. Yeah, love you.
I'm down for that.
Yeah, and I like it more that it's like a horror, like a Steven Spielberg horror movie. So it's like it's gonna be awesome.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So sign me up. But for November, we got something planned, and it's actually going to be Rocky Month.
Yeah, we got a lot of Rocky coming.
Uh,
I don't mean just Rocky. I mean like I think probably we'll only talk like what 10% of it will be actual Rocky. I think the other 90% is Rocky that you've never seen.
like Rocky Canon.
Yeah. Like from Sylvester Stallone, like Rocky Kent. There's only one part of it that's actually two parts of it. That's not the mushy Rocky script, and the Julie something
Now, as far as like,
novelization of Rocky, and one more is the Ryan Coogler, but it's actually the Ryan Coogler version of Creed before Stallone got involved. So it's actually the original Creed. You know, it's the first version of Creed that no one's ever seen. And Rocky has some amazing scenes in it that were not even addressed in.
and but yeah, like I was gonna ask, but what we're gonna do, we're gonna tackle the Rocky franchise
Mm-hmm.
from Rocky to Creed. I mean, really delve into the canon of Rocky, and like you were saying, the scripts,
Mm-hmm.
the alternate scripts. You know, review this.
Even beyond, even like the scripts of movies that never got made.
Yeah,
Right. Rocky movies that never got made. So.
and review, discuss each film. Maybe do like sort of like full retrospectives. Like,
Mm-hmm.
what do you have for the people out there? Like starting with Rocky.
I've got a full length version of every Rocky movie. It's worth of deleted scenes. So like literally, like I have an alternate version of every single Rocky movie, plus movies that never got made. So it's pretty impressive. The stand from 1 to 4, I have 21 hours of never before seen Rocky, and then 5 is what 5 hours. 6 about 5, 7, 5, maybe 20 hours of everything after.
And with
So
Rocky
like,
Five, wasn't there was a different cut? I haven't seen it, but I know you know what I'm talking about.
there's a couple of different cuts. I think total I have about 41 hours. It's fitting because the 41th anniversary. I got about 41 hours of never before. Well, I would say half of it's never before seen Rocky, and the other half is never seen before the year 1985. After 1985, it kind of went extinct. Like before the Rocky Five movie came out, it was long gone. But yeah, I got
And this is stuff including like I mean you talked about a Drago spinoff that was gonna
yeah,
happen.
full Drago movie with Anton Yelchin and Bridget Nelson and Macaulay Culkin. It was actually they were going for canon. They were trying to. It was going to be. There was that movie that was in the cards with the Rocky movie. The only one that would make it complete is if I could get my hands on the Angel on Your Shoulder screenplay, which was about Mickey, which was a prequel to Rocky, where you find out stuff between Gazzo and Adrian's family and stuff like that. I think. I think. The closest thing I got to that was reading a scene in Rocky 4 the other night, which fucking melted my heart. There's a part in Rocky. Okay, it was originally supposed to go. It was gonna open up with Rocky and Drago on their toes, going to hit each other, like in the trailer, that original trailer. Like I don't know if you've ever seen that, where Drago's talking like, "I am Drago," blah 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 blah. Have you ever seen that trailer?
Well, I haven't seen that one.
Okay, well it goes back to then when Rocky has the white gloves, and like him and Drago go bam and they face off. That trailer, which is completely alternate footage. It's none of that footage is seen in Rocky 4. That whole trailer is completely different. It's like 90 seconds. And then it cuts from that to Rocky in the shower in Mighty Mix, and he's all fucked up thinking about things. And it flashes back from that to him in an alternate version of the last round between him and Clubber Lang in the second fight when Rocky wins. And then it cuts back to him and Apollo going to have the third fight, where they have their third fight in the gym. And it's actually in Mickey's gym. It all takes place in Mickey's gym. And then Rocky's in the shower and Apollo's in the stall next to him taking a shower. And then they're like, whatever, it's like, it's after the whole fight thing. And then after that, they walk out onto the street and they're talking on the street outside Mickey's gym. And Duke comes and there's a whole interaction with Duke, this whole scene. And Rocky walks them to their car and he's like talking to Duke and he's talking to Apollo. It's kind of like you can sense that things are ending, like they're not, like this is it for them, like their roads are going to split up. And then Apollo gives Rocky the hat because Rocky's admiring Apollo's hat. It's like, how can you ever wear a hat like that? Kind of like they're talking about, he's kind of like harping back to when he used to wear a hat. Apollo gives him the hat, and that's the hat you see in the beginning of Rocky 4 when he goes up to the kid when the kid has the video camera. He's like, "Who gave you that hat? Who gave you the black eye?" His friend. So there's that whole scene, and then Rocky looks over after they're gone. Rocky's standing in the middle street and he turns around and he looks over where the pet shop is, and the pet shop is gone, and it's a strip bar, and there's all these prostitutes up there and they're looking at him. They're like staring Rocky down the middle street, and he turns around, he looks up at the sign, a Mighty Mix sign. It's kind of like Rocky 5, like when he walks into the gym and has that flashback of Mickey.
Yeah.
It's like instead of him he's standing outside and he's looking up at it. And he has a flashback of him at 15 years old walking into Mighty Mix for the first time. And like his first talk with Mickey and Mickey's like, talk to him about like Rocky Marciano. And it's very, very poignant that Rocky is based on Rocky Marciano. Because then he gives him his real name. It's like, no, my name is Robert, blah, 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 but I'm a big fan of Rocky Marciano kind of thing. And then Rocky has kind of like a no easy way out scene, driving his car back to his place, and his place is under construction. It's like building stuff around his property. He actually makes a brick wall hand makes himself a brick wall around his property because of the paparazzi. And you get Polly like, oh, like I wonder what my present's gonna be for my birthday, and like I hope it's a sports car because that's gonna help me get laid. And I should swing by the pet shop because it's like a strip club now. And maybe I'll trade my party hat in for a pork pie. No, maybe I'll trade my pork pie hat in for like one of those English things, those English bond things. Then Rocky shows up with the English hat, and he's kind of like, and he gets his robot, and he's all freaked out. But
So
yeah, a lot of stuff.
I'm
A
about to say
lot.
that's a taste of what's to come.
Yeah, that's nothing. That's like 0% of what's to come.
Yeah,
So,
that's a scratch compared to what's
yeah,
gonna come.
yeah,
Because we're gonna really delve into that, and you've already, for the folks out there, if you look forward to Rocky, there's a good, again, that's just a scratch compared to what Matt knows here, because you got a lot of Rocky information and Rocky files, and I look forward
yeah,
to it. It's going to be a plethora of Rocky stuff and discussion for November.
yeah. John and Chris from Stallone Fanatics and I, we're gonna take you on a ride like you've never seen. Like I'm dead serious. I say this. I'm not exaggerating. Your perception of Rocky will forever be changed for the rest of your life after this. Like there's no like this is Pandora's box. Once you open it, you'll never look at Rocky the same way again. Never. Impossible.
Definitely. So I can't
Especially
wait.
knowing that all this was written by Stallone. Forget about it. Or
Well,
most of it, like 90% was written by Stallone. Forget about it. You're
I'm
gonna
ready
be
for
for
it.
yeah.
So prepare for September. I mean, not September. It's already October. November. Prepare for
Yeah,
November.
no.
Um, as far as other stuff, uh, as far as YouTube, I mean, I know some people have suggested, because if I didn't want to continue with YouTube, that VidMe is an alternative, and is it worth it? I haven't really looked into it that much. I know that a couple people have mentioned Vid. Like, what do you? I know we've talked about this somewhat, but what have you heard about VidMe?
VidMe, I heard is really good. I'm not ready for that yet. I'm going more the way of I'm just putting things out independently. I'm putting things out like where I can bootleg whatever I want. And I don't mean bootleg in the sense of copying things. I mean I can like do the show the way I wanted to do it without video format. I can do it audio, and I can just give it to people for free.
Yeah,
Um, but VidMe, I heard is very, very good. Like I heard a lot of people are happy with that.
yeah, that it's not as policy driven. That they're more loose. And I think the only thing with VidMe is, from what I understand, you have to have like 50 followers
Yeah. Well, that's not
to.
bad for you guys. Like for someone like me, that would be horrible because I only got like 40, 41 people, and the like I don't know, the odds of me getting that many followers are very slim compared to like you guys. You guys have really big fan bases, and like even like if you like say like if you Mike and Matt like all joined up together and did that, and Wild Man, you guys would be at like 50 by the next day.
Well, you're going to be in there. I mean, and like I said,
No, I don't know. Like my stuff doesn't get out there that much.
but I mean, I'm going to look into it. I mean, I think Ramrat for Life has VidMe, and I think OCP Communications has VidMe. It looks like a cool site. Like I said, the 50 followers, I think you have to have 50 followers to increase your upload time.
Yeah.
And I think you're limited to how much you can upload during a week.
Okay.
So I don't, again, that's just kind of what I've heard.
They're
Maybe,
probably still building their site, so they're building up to ways that they can improve that probably. But I
yeah.
understand that. I can understand why they would be that way. I
So,
can understand why they would go that route.
yeah, it's an alternative, and I'll look more into that, and that may be a direction I could take. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but you mentioned another thing that I can mention. You mentioned, as far as like having on different guests, Chris from Slycast.
Over, yeah, from Stallone Fanatics.
Who's
And
this?
Craig, Craig from Slycast, we could try to get him too because he's really. I talked to him here and there, but yeah, Chris from Stallone Fanatics. Yeah, that would be.
Is he part of the Slycast? Because I've
You
seen.
know, he's been on Slycast. That's probably where he saw. He was on Slycast a couple of times. I think for the Rocky 40th, and I'm not sure the other one, but I think maybe Demolition Man or one of those. Don't quote me, but I'm pretty sure one of those. But yeah, he runs this podcast, Lone Fanatics. I get to like hang out on there sometimes, moderate interviews that he does with people, or when we get to talk to different people and stuff like that. And yeah, he's on like the Facebook Stolen Fanatics podcast. So he's doing some pretty brilliant work. He's got some pretty brilliant stuff over there, and I know we've been talking for a while about kind of melding together and doing something now for like a couple of months now, right? Like two or 3 months now. So I'm looking forward to that because we're obviously gonna do some stuff for Rocky together because it's all the same team. But yeah, I can't wait. Like,
Because
I know we're going for Rhino, right? But we had to postpone Rhino.
Because I know you mentioned a couple of times about having Chris on, and that'd be cool, you know, because I'm always looking to shake up, you know, and rotate guests and stuff like that. And
Yeah, Chris is pretty awesome. You guys are very similar in a lot of ways. Probably
so,
why I get along so good with you guys.
so that'd be something I would like to do.
Mm-hmm.
um, I was trying to think of other stuff. I mean, reviews I'll probably save for when I move to my new house and probably do like new collection videos. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
the Brandon Lee fan project, which is something
Yeah.
I haven't forgot about. It's just a matter of funding, and which is the hurdle. Still working on.
Well, you know what? I'm talking with Mickey Cardoni about maybe doing a Rambo 36-year special thing down there in
Oh, for
Hope.
next year?
Yeah, because we tried to get on the schedule for this year. We contacted them. There was a little bit of technical difficulty versus money and stuff like that. So we didn't get to go this year. Otherwise, I'd be there right now. But yeah, like we're talking about going down there next year, and it would be cool because it's kind of near the site for Bruce Lee, right, and Brandon Lee, so we can kind of like
Yeah, I think they're buried in Seattle.
both. Yeah.
So, you know, it's just some hurdles. It's with any fan project, you know, you have to get over certain bumps. And
Mm-hmm.
so I just wanted to mention that because in case someone asks, I haven't forgot. You know, it's an ongoing project.
Mm-hmm.
Um, as far as older videos or re-uploads, uh, it probably will come back. Like, I mean, me and you have done some stuff that I still got actually backlogged.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about Jack's notes, you know, a lot of the Jack Craven information.
Well, by tomorrow, I should have about 20 of them final cut. So I can send those out to you tomorrow. I can send you about 20 of them tomorrow. And they're all
Awesome.
pretty good ones. Yeah.
So, let's see what else. I mean, that's kind of the meat of it. I mean, as far as stuff. I guess we go into movie news a little bit. Just,
Yeah.
I didn't write too much, to be honest. I mean, there's a couple of big things that we'll talk about that I'll get Matt's take here, but
Can
like,
I run to the washroom? Can we do an intermission?
oh, sure.
Or you can start off the movie news. I'll probably hear you from that side. I can just jump in.
Okay, I was going to start off with the Punisher.
All right, yeah, go for it.
Okay. Um, are you? Oh, we got to go to the restroom.
Yeah, I'll be like 10 seconds.
Okay, you're fine. No,
10 seconds. I don't know.
oh, you're fine. But apparently, like, the New York Comic Con canceled promotion for the Punisher because of what happened in Vegas, and I mean, on one hand, I get. On the other hand, it's kind of I don't. I mean, what is this going to lead to? I mean, what does this mean? Again, I get on one hand, but and already I'm hearing like they're pushing the Punisher, the release date on Netflix, and I've seen the trailer. I didn't mind the trailer, um, but I just wonder about some of the stuff. Like, what is this leading to? Like, where is this going? And what happened in Vegas is tragic, and I don't want to really. It's kind
Well,
of
two things I kind of say about this is like I think it's more
yeah.
of like
What's your take? I wanted to get your take on this recent news.
I think it's more of a blunder. Like this is not the first time that they pulled the Punisher. It's happened like 3 or 4 times now, and plus they said they were going to have him in Defenders, and he didn't show up, or not to my knowledge anyway. And they pulled him like a couple of times now that they've been funky about the dating. So I just think maybe it's like on them. Maybe they just I don't see why because it's only 8 episodes, but maybe they're just not up to the ball. That's what it looks like. Same thing over and over and over. It looks like that, but doesn't like the Punisher remind you of Rambo?
Yeah,
They got the whole cemetery scene, Daredevil, which is like the ending of First Blood, Rambo breaking down. Same fucking thing. And then they got this new forest scene where he's taking people out with the knife in the forest. And then they got that shot in the trailer, which is like a Rambo suit-up scene. I don't know. Reminds me of Rambo. Plus, remember, John Bernthal spent a lot of time with Sly on the set from Grudge Match.
yeah. Maybe he got some.
Honestly, if they were going to redo Rambo, I say John Bernthal. I give it to you right now, baby. Shane, I want to see you as Rambo. I'm sold. You could do it. You can so do it.
But they would probably cancel that too because
Yeah. You're in my top 3. My top 3 for Rambo is him, is the Punisher, is John Bernthal, Mickey Cardone, and Adrian Brody. My tops for Rambo. And Adrian Brody, I mean old Adrian Brody, not new Adrian Brody. I mean like old, like Summer of Sam, Adrian Brody. Like the Son of Sam movie there, Spike Lee, like that era, Adrian Brody. Not no fucking Predators. Suck to come out my dick, fucking Adrian. No.
Adrian Big Nose Brody in that one.
What a wasted opportunity, huh? Predator 2? What a fucking waste. They could have had Arnold back. That movie was the same script from Predator 2 before Danny Glover came on board. It was like a test. It was like a test script. It was like a writing project for Robert Rodriguez, but he still made the movie. But instead of Arnold Schwarzenegger, he placed in there Lawrence Fishburne.
And he died in a fucking CGI balloon effect.
And that original script was better. It had Van Damme's Mantis Predator in there.
But the suit is too hot.
I will fight the Yeti in my suit.
But what do you stand on like the Punisher? Like, should they have canceled promotion because of what happened in Vegas or
Big surprise.
at the Comic-Con?
I don't know. People should realize that fiction is one thing and reality is another thing. But that's just me. Like, I know I'm smart enough to tell fiction from reality. So, I can see how it's like respectful not to. Yes, that's obvious. But at the same time, I think people should know fiction from reality. It's always been here. Look at the 80s. We had it all the way through the 80s. Didn't matter what happened, right? Watergate, whatever. So, I don't know.
I just wonder if this will lead to further attacks on the action genre. I mean, you see what happened to the Death Wish trailer, and this film was made by pigs and right-wing fascists. And, I don't know.
Just like talking before, people don't know how to watch movies anymore because this is the only generation. I don't know if people know this, but this is the only generation where that's happened. Like, of course, we've had people in the past, mother against this and that and this and that in the 80s, but it was never to this degree. Now we have the internet, everything is super polarized. But
Yeah,
you know,
that's a great way to put it.
but man, like I don't know why people can't understand what's fiction and what's reality. I don't get it. Like these people are just like, we can't do this because of that and this because of that. But there should be respect. I do agree with that. There should be respect about what's happened. But I don't say that's a reason why to pull episode number 1 of The Punish from fucking Comic-Con.
Yeah.
We've had to wait fucking, 3 years for this fucking thing?
Well, it's like
And then we have to wait again?
and
Fuck you.
and then like the same thing happened with I was just reading about this before we got on, but like a red carpet for Blade Runner 2049 got scrapped because of what happened
Yeah.
in the violence. And I'm like, is it that violent? I mean,
I was supposed to go see that last night and I didn't go. And tonight I was supposed to go see The Shining and I didn't go. But
excuse me.
I want to see that. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care who says, "Oh, this movie is shit." I don't give a fuck. I want to see that movie just because I got to see the original Blade Runner last February. I got to see a ton of movies like Legend and fucking Groundhog Day and Blade Runner and a bunch of fucking movies we got to go see. But that was the beautifulest thing I've ever seen put on screen. And like I want to go see the follow up to that. And since it being like so close together, I'm so down for a new Blade Runner. Just the music alone. I found this awesome sleep app the other night where it was like 3 hours of Blade Runner music to thunder. Like you can fall asleep to it. It has binaural sound and all that. Binaural 3D audio sound. But yeah, I want to see the new one. My friend said it was really good. He went last night. He was like, "Oh my god, we gotta go back." He texted me before. He was like, "Let's go see it again today." I'm like, "No, I can't." So okay, let's go see The Shining. I'm like, "I can't." But yeah, I want to take my wife because my wife has never seen Blade Runner. She's a huge Harrison Ford fan. Sorry. She's never seen Blade Runner, so I
Wow,
want to. Yeah,
that's okay.
so I want to take her to that because I'm sure she'll love it. The score is amazing too. Evangelist, oh man, come on, doesn't get any better than that. Except for Giorgio Moroder, right? So.
Yeah, I hope it's good. I mean, I may check that out.
Mhm.
But as far as other some big news that I'm sure some people have talked about as well. But I want to get your take. But Linda Hamilton's back for, I guess, Terminator 6.
I say, you know what? Okay, I understand they're gonna. Okay, first of all, I'm pissed off because they had the perfect opportunity to do the fans a 1+. They had the perfect opportunity to redeem the last couple of movies and continue it from Genesis. But the cool thing about the ending of Genesis is you can bring back Michael Biehn and you can bring back Linda Hamilton if you set it 20 years into the future. And since Arnold is a liquid Terminator now, his look is still the same. So you could have nowadays Arnold with nowadays Linda and nowadays Michael Biehn, right? But now they're fucking gonna do Terminator 3 and they're gonna cut off the rest of the movies. And they're going back to the original Terminator timeline. And James Cameron and Tim Miller just put out this 45-minute video of them talking about a ton of new Terminator shit, including a new Terminator. And it sounds fucking awesome. But I'm like, oh, what a wasted opportunity, because naturally that's where I would have went to. Naturally I would have said, you know what? Since Jim Cameron gave this so much praise, remember how he was like, oh, I love Terminator Genesis.
And then he flip-flopped.
Yeah, if he loved it so much, why didn't he continue the story? Because it's the perfect opportunity to bring back the original cast. All the original cast. Even Eddie Furlong if they wanted to. Which they could, swap him out with Daryl from Walking Dead, but like it was the perfect opportunity to have Linda and Michael and fucking Edward and Arnold back in the same movie, and they fucked it up. They fucked it up. You blew it.
And all those dominoes started to come down with Terminator 3: Rise of the Machines.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, what the hell happened? I mean, this is something that should have it made sense, but you had the only spec of Sarah Connor was that she died of leukemia,
Mhm.
and there's a whole cemetery scene.
But for me, it's like I've never seen such a big spit in the face to Michael Biehn since Alien 3. You know how they fucked him on Alien 3?
Yeah.
And it's like, you're going to fuck him again when you had the perfect out to make the perfect Terminator movie and for everything to make sense after we've waited since 1992 and you're going to fuck it up? What the fuck? That's what I mean. I'd rather read a script from 20 years ago than fucking watch a new movie.
Like Alien Covenant.
I got a wicked version of Alien 3 that never, a couple of them. A couple of wicked versions of Alien 3 that never came
Any
out.
other version of Alien 3 is going to be better than Covenant.
I got one with Riddick in it. And I got one with fucking all these crazy, gory fucking shit things happening in space. I can't remember who wrote that one. I put it on my Facebook like 6 months ago.
But do you think, like with Linda Hamilton, do you think this is something that should have happened 20 years ago? I mean, I know Terminator 2 came out in 91, but maybe around the time T3 was coming out, this should have happened.
I can understand why they're doing it now for the female expendable kind of quality that it has. And I can understand, like, okay, what are the ramifications of the choices she made in Terminator 2, and how do they affect her now as an adult? Oh, not as an adult, but like as an elderly person. I don't even want to say elderly, as a more mature person. But it's always going to go back to that for me. It's always going to go back to, why didn't you fucking do that when you had the opportunity? Why didn't you? Because Michael Biehn to me is as much a part of it as Linda Hamilton. You know, it like kind of like how T2 brings in all these new people. There's also that alternate cut of T2 that has Michael Biehn in it, and I can't imagine that franchise without Michael Biehn.
Yeah.
You know, those two first movies, and you think of Michael Biehn as like this handful of movies, like like Alien and Tombstone and all that, but that's like just how we said about Bill Paxton before he died. Like a month before he died, we literally said, when the world loses him, they're going to lose someone special because there's no one else who can be Bill Paxton, and there's no one else who could be Michael Biehn. And knock on wood, I don't mean to sound cathartic, but why not use such an amazing talent that's untapped for today?
Yeah.
Like, why not do something that can get across to so many people? And like, I really don't think Hollywood knows what they're doing anymore. And like, I'm surprised that Jim didn't even put that together, especially since he loved Terminator Genesis, and since he went on big like, oh, this film is so great because this, and this.
But what if you heard, like, with Genesis, because I heard, like, Cameron liked it at first, and then he flopped back to not liking it. I mean, did you hear anything about that, or is that...
I say fuck him. He should have done all the movies justice, since it was his own creation.
Yeah.
And cool enough to create a bridge and a gap so he can say, I redeemed these movies.
And not...
Because if there's anyone who's going to do it, it's going to be him, right? But now, I don't know.
No,
and like Tim Miller, I don't know about Tim Miller. Like, Deadpool is okay, but for me, Deadpool is a one watch. Like, you watch it one time and it's awesome, and you never watch it again. So I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen, but whatever it is, I can guarantee you it's gonna be big, and either it's gonna be a success or it's gonna flop. There's gonna be no in between.
And this is they're gonna totally retcon pretty much what I guess T3 Salvation in Genesis.
Yeah. And like me, okay, I'm coming out of it from just watching T2 in the theater last month. So I'm coming out of it from the first 3D, well, the Canadian 3D print, which was here in Montreal. So the glasses were like fucking crowns. You put them on like the crowns. And the 3D was probably the best 3D I've ever seen. And there was talk that that's the 3D from the next Avatar movie when we saw it. I don't know about the states. I don't know about what they got. But Wildman told me it was like regular 3D, and I saw on a couple of people's pages that it was real 3D, but that's not the 3D that we got. We got like Disney quality 3D. We got like Universal Studios quality 3D. So it's very different. I would say it was even more advanced than that. I would say it's more like you could look at the picture and you could see the horizon lines. I felt like you could walk out for like a mile into the picture. So I don't know. I might be wrong, but so I don't know. I don't see why they would go back to the real. Like, why would you ignore the last 10 years? You know what I mean? Like, why would you ignore that in the last 20
Well, they
years?
want. I guess it almost seems like they really want to go after that T2 success.
Yeah.
And Cameron,
I, I remember seeing that as a kid in the theater when I was like a little kid in the theater. And then seeing that now and it had like almost the same poignancy. Like people were like stomping when the music were playing, they were like stomping the music. Every time the first time I saw it, every time Arnold swung the shotgun around, people were like flipping out. This time they didn't do that, but I don't know. It's one of those magic movies where you see it done in a new way and it's like a totally different movie. I'm hoping they bring that to the next one, but from what Hollywood's given me in my existence, I can't really have too much faith in that.
yeah, especially after that last one. I mean, you care so much for this property that you put it in the hands of a guy that directed Game of Thrones episodes. Give me a
Yeah.
fucking break.
Like the thought of what they wanted to do was amazing. The execution of what they wanted to do was a totally different thing. That was horrible.
It's like a
But
shitty. It's like a shitty reflection of Back to the Future 2.
yeah. Well, I remember when they first started out, they were like, "We're getting Back to the Future 2 this. That's what it's going to be," and then they fucked it up again. They fucked it up. But what can you? I don't care anymore. I'm like, fuck this. I only go see a movie if I really want to go see it. If I want to put money down on it, I'll go. I don't care if it's $100. I'll go. Like money is not an option to me. But I'm very at the same time I'm very fickle about what I'll go see. It has to. I really have to have a reason to go see it. So
We'll see, I guess.
I don't know. Hollywood's just not like I said before. I'd rather read a script than go see a movie. So
Um, but I guess if you want to convey any quick thoughts on, I don't know how much of a fan you are, but Jamie Lee Curtis coming back for another Halloween, which hasn't happened in 20
did she
years.
die in the last one?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to remember. Like, I swear she died in the first 15 minutes of that last one. Was it Resurrection or?
Oh God.
So I don't know how they're gonna do that.
I'm gonna ask John Carpenter when I see him next month.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask him what the fuck is going on. So
Are you gonna retcon Resurrection?
yeah, we're gonna go see John Carpenter. So we're gonna like
Ask him that
hopefully
question.
him.
He has a hand in this, so you gotta ask him.
I gotta ask him what's going on. He's gonna say, "Fuck it, man. I'm here to play rock and roll. Get the fuck away from me." That's what he's gonna say. He's gonna kick me away. He's gonna be like, "You should have paid me. You should have paid me when you had a chance."
Yeah.
That's what he's gonna say. Fucking John Carpenter.
All right, let's talk about.
I love you, but you asked for too much money.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know. I'm kind of, as far as my quick thoughts on that. I don't know. I know they got. I think the director of Your Highness is going to direct it.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't
That's
know.
horrible.
That's kind of weird,
That's
odd.
not.
I don't know.
That doesn't make me feel good about the project whatsoever.
But let's talk about for those out there that I'm sure we're going to get a question or two about this. So I'll let you take the floor if you want to
Uh-oh.
talk about it.
Oh, it.
Yeah.
I'll just say this. I'll just say this. I like what they were going for. I like that everybody. I loved everybody except for the clown. The only time I liked the clown was two parts. Was the beginning when he bit off Georgie's arm. I thought that was really effective, and the scene where he comes out of the projector and he's really big and he goes after Beverly. I love that. Near the end, he was like a fucking pussy. The kid from Stranger Things is like, now I gotta beat up this fucking clown, and like that was cool. But you know what? I loved everything about that movie except for the clown. Everybody else was spot on. I gave it to everybody. Everybody in that movie, fuck it. Like, you deserved it. You know what? If you get awards for it, go for it. But like, I don't know, the clown. I
That's
don't
what
get
I've
all this
heard.
thing about wanting to fuck the clown now. Everybody's like,
Yeah,
you want
like that's what I don't get, and this is why to me the horror genre is in such shit that
I
people.
know we covered this too on our clown porn epidemic episode, which is another great thing that fucking YouTube took down.
But this is recent news. This is recent news, folks. And again, this is why the horror genre is in such shit that
Yeah.
people, like women now, are talking that they want to fuck this guy, this actor. Like they're talking about they want to fuck uh, Pennywise. That the guy,
Yeah.
the actor in the makeup, they want to do. They want to bang. They want to fuck the guy in the makeup.
I bet you
Women.
Tim Curry has some tail in his.
I mean,
Oh
what?
boy.
I mean, I'm at a loss for words.
Yeah, I know. But this is not a new thing. We talked about this before a couple of times, right? So this is not a new thing.
I mean, are clowns? Why are I know women are crazy, but are you that crazy that you want to do it with this guy, this actor in clown makeup?
Yeah. You know what's a good clown video is that Smashing Pumpkin video for Geek USA where all the clowns. You gotta watch that amazing video. But I don't see any reason for this whole clown porn epidemic part 2 to take place.
Yeah, and the clown porn. People stop looking at clown porn.
We go from that to Corey Feldman. And
Oh
the
my god.
Angels.
Now the only closest to a clown that I'll take is Harley Quinn.
Original Harley Quinn too. Arlene Sorkin, not no Margot Robbie fucking bullshit. Harley Quinn.
I'll take her because you know it's like last year. Every guy wanted a piece of that. Every guy last year in 2016 from Suicide Squad wanted a piece of Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn. Now, this year, it's the women that want Pennywise. They want that Bill Skarsgård makeup.
I don't know. I don't even know what to say about that.
That I don't understand. But I mean, what you're saying about the kids, it seems like I've heard a lot of people say that the clown is the least.
Yeah, kids are really good. Like the kids are really, really, really good. I like that they separated instead of doing like the both timelines. I like that they separated timelines because the kids are really, really good together.
Yeah, and I didn't mind the kids. I agree with you. I mean, I thought Pennywise was he was not scary. Someone put it like he sounded like Shaggy from Scooby Doo.
He was like an Irish Pennywise.
Yeah.
They pop and pop and pop and pop and pop and pop and pop.
With the snack teeth.
You know, I miss the old like, hi, Georgie. I miss that though.
Yeah.
I can't lie, I do miss that. You want a balloon?
Well,
Like
that would be like that. Would,
kind of like
horror fans now might look down on that because of this new one.
yeah.
And that kind of leads to the question I want to ask you: like, what do you think of this film being the biggest horror film of all time, surpassing The Exorcist?
I don't know, but that's a good Exorcist. You can't beat The Exorcist. But what I think it works about this one is they strayed enough that they used other elements from the book because the book is 24 hours long. They used other elements from the book enough that they could stay away from the old one. So it's like watching two different movies. I don't know, but that's just my take on it. But you can't beat The Exorcist. Come on, The Exorcist was amazing.
Yeah, I just don't. It's gonna be one of these films that is just gonna be overrated as time goes on. I mean,
Plus, The Exorcist was one of the first movies to use binaural sound, which means like that it was like a neuron frequency, like not neuron frequency, but like frequency on your pineal gland or whatever it is there.
yeah.
So it evokes a response. The only other movies to use that were like Blair Witch and a couple other ones, but the new one didn't do any of that shit.
No, you didn't have people in the audience puking like The Exorcist.
Yeah, yeah, because binaural sound that will do it to you. It makes it fucks you up. It's essentially what lions use to paralyze their prey when they're going to jump on.
Oh, I didn't know about that.
Yeah, lions use that. So if a lion ever roars at you, you're fucked.
Damn, I didn't.
You're fucking god.
Are you talking
It's
about
game.
you talking about the MGM lion?
You think that sleep paralysis we were talking about earlier is bad? Lion roars at you, you won't be able to move. You'll be like frozen. It's the same response. It affects the same nerves, I think, that like ecstasy and all that affect.
I didn't
Right?
know about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it is just kind of. It's fine.
That's,
People like it,
they
but
tell you to take ecstasy because if you take too much ecstasy, that runs out, and then you can never be happy again. Right? That's why they tell you not to take too much because you can damage that, and then you'll be depressed for the rest of your life, and there's no cure.
damn.
Yeah, we only have so much of that. Just like women only have so much eggs when they're gonna have babies, we have that.
Well, that's interesting.
Mm-hmm. It's very sexual. We're not going to talk about sex tonight. We're going to continue with.
You talk about people puking watching The Exorcist.
Yeah, pea soup and shit.
We're gonna talk about puke and sex. But
Yeah,
yeah, I mean, the biggest horror film of all time is just I don't know if it deserves that. I mean, that's fine. People liked it, but I get what you're saying. I just wanted your take. Um,
yeah. I liked it though. I really liked it, and like obviously everyone else got a shit on it because it's new, but I actually liked it. Even the CGI I liked. I was like, it's very kaleidoscopy, like the old 1950s kaleidoscope. I was like, that's pretty cool.
well, can I ask a question?
Nobody said anything about that.
Like, you say the clown was the least part, like the leastest part. Well, that's not even a word, but like
Yeah.
the worst part.
Yeah.
Would you say you still liked it? Like,
Yeah,
because of the kid, because of the
I like that. I
cast.
like the kids. I thought they were good. I thought they were really, really, really good. And you could see in them things from the future. You know what I mean? Like you could see how things are going to evolve into the next movie. But like the clown was the weakest thing for me. I don't know. He had those two good scenes for me. For me, it was two good scenes. One of them I got robbed on because some fucker was like just standing in the middle of the aisle when Jordan was getting his arm bitten off. He was just standing there, shocked. And my wife was like, fucking, she was like, "Move the fuck along!" Like she was like really angry. But she was telling him off and shit. But like, so I only got really one good scene when it came out of the projector because I really didn't get to see a whole bunch of that Georgie stuff. But that still like fucking freaked me out. I was like, for the rest of the movie, I was like, okay, that sets a tone. We know that this Pennywise ain't fucking around, but ironically, it wasn't enough holding up for Pennywise throughout the rest of the movie for me to keep that opinion high.
Yeah, like the only two scenes that creeped me out, like I thought were actually good, was the basement one with the headless soldier chasing
Yeah,
after her, and then the leper guy. the zombie
Yeah, the
looking.
leper guy was really cool too.
I like that.
Should have went more into that because like the wolf man comes out and like all that. They should have kept going because they missed opportunity to have the wolf man in there and to have like Eddie like crawling through the window. Eddie or the other one crawling through, or Bill crawling, whoever it was who was with Eddie crawling through the window. And it was cool to have like the Tim Curry cameo when they walk into the clown room and you can see Tim Curry in the corner for like a second.
Yeah.
It's cool.
So, yeah, that's kind of our take on it.
I think they should have went more like they should have brought back all those things they had in the book, but they didn't do it.
I haven't read the book, so I have to sit down and read that one.
Yeah, I got 7 hours left to read it. It's a 24-hour book. I have 7 hours left in it. But it's been like years now that I haven't read it. So maybe one day I'll read it. Maybe I won't. I don't know.
Damn.
Maybe when the next one comes out, I'll read it.
But reboots. Heard Flatliners got 0 on Rotten Tomatoes. That's good.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Fly the Navigator reboot can suck my nuts.
Stallone's on This Is Us on Tuesday.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Playing himself, which is pretty cool.
How does that work out?
It's like himself on a movie scene with the other guy, with the guy from Smallville, the Green Arrow from Smallville.
Oh, okay, sort of like with Alan Thicke. Because I think I want to say Alan Thicke was in season 1 of that show, and he was sort of playing himself.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't watch it.
Looks really cool. Sly looks like he had a lot of fun on there. And there's a Straight Plan 2 news, but I got new news for that, but I can't give it to you here. I gotta give it to you somewhere else.
Oh, that's fine.
It was in confidence. But I got some of that.
Escape Plan 2.
I expect about 2 and 3, sorry. Not just 2, 2 and 3.
2 sequels, I'll never understand why we needed sequels of those, but
I don't know. From what I heard the other night, that call I got the other night, from what I heard from there, I don't know. I'm looking forward to it just because I know what I know, but I don't want to say. I can't say. I'm taunting myself to say more than that, and I can't.
Oh, that's good. I mean, I understand.
I can tell you after.
Okay.
There's a lot of cool stuff. With that special, big surprise, huge surprise person who I've said too much. If people can make that link. But anyway.
Oh, you're fun. Well, that was all the sort of movie news and stuff I had. And I'll give shout outs and stuff, but before the shout outs and sort of closing, was there any thoughts you want to get out as far as maybe any sort of final word on trolls or SGWs and just
nah,
or anything like that?
Nah, I would like to thank Jack Craven.
Oh, we're gonna thank Jack Craven because
he's opened my eyes to so much new stuff, and I would like to thank him for really helping me put to rest a lot of mysteries I've been trying to solve since I was 20. I'm 38. I'm going to be 38 now next month. So, yeah, thanks, Jack. You really helped me put some of those demons down. Some of those things I've always stayed awake and wondered about every night. So, thank you.
And I'm going to mention Jack Craven, but you two, I definitely, speaking of demons, I'm about to unleash a demon right here because, and I'm going to need, the priest from The Exorcist. Because what YouTube did was really fucking, it really just fucked up. And, what's that? What?
Can I throw in a note?
What's that?
Exorcist priest was based on Father Malachi Martin, and his partner William Tenn, or he knew William Tenn, was a big UFO debunker, and that was David Morrell's mentor.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, but when we get David Morrell on, trust me, I've already seasoned him to ask him about the whole UFO and remote viewing that he did in Captain America. So Can't wait for that shit. I've already asked him about the astral projection, and he was like, Matt, you're absolutely right. So I can't wait to ask him about this. You never know what's going to happen.
Well, I know what's gonna happen. I'm about to unleash fucking hell. But I mean, like I said, YouTube, it was really whatever. What you did was fucked up, and 5 years down the toilet. I had a lot of fun on that channel, and I'm sure people were gonna ask, why don't I dispute it and this and that. I just wanted to, at the end of the day, like for the month of September, I just wanted to get away from it, and this is just me. Yeah, YouTube, you're fucked up, and
Yep.
and you're. I don't know what the hell happened. I I almost don't. I don't know, bro.
I know exactly how you feel. It's unfathomable how they can come to the conclusion that they came to make the choice to do what they did to you that they did. It's unfathomable. Like
Yeah,
I'm still thinking about like why would they do such a thing? Like it doesn't make any fucking sense whatsoever.
yeah,
Like I'm
misleading.
and like even if people were fucking insulted by anything that we've said in the past, like grow a set of fucking balls, like
Yeah.
grow a vagina, man. Like what the fuck, like you know what I mean?
I mean, deceptive practices, my ass. Misleading content, my ass. Spam,
Yeah.
my ass. Doesn't make any sense. It's not justified, and what they did is really a punch in the gut. But
Hmm.
that's not going to stop me because I am back, Jack.
Yeah.
And
It's so weird. Like you see all this actions from other people, like John Avenger can tell me to go fuck my mother's pussy who is dead. On the anniversary that my mother died on, he can send me that message, but we can't talk about what's going on in the world.
what if you could say to talk to John Avenger? What would that be?
If I could talk to him, if I could talk to him,
Or just send a message his way?
if I could send a message, I would send him a check for like $100 to come down here and say it to my face. That's what I would do. And see what happens. And see what fucking happens.
To
That
hell
would
with,
be it. I would give him my money. I would say here's 2, 3, $500, whatever it takes to get you down here. Come say it to my face.
so to hell with John Avenger. To hell with the trolls. To hell with the SGWs.
Yeah.
I am back.
Yes.
I
Yes,
am
that's the
back.
important thing. That's the important thing.
It's time for the snowflakes out there. It's time to pucker your assholes because zer0cool is back.
Yes.
I'm
What?
back.
Yes.
This is the final chapter, aka I'm still gonna live. Yeah, I'm not dead yet.
The only question we should be asking ourselves right now is Avenger, where do we send the money to send a check for? So we can get you down.
Tony Stark, I don't know.
Where do I send the money to get you over here? Where is it? It's got to be filmed too. I want viral money if I'm doing it. If I'm putting $500 of my own money online, I want a viral video.
Forget Mayweather and McGregor. I just want to see you two in a boxing ring at the MGM.
Oh no!
But
Oh my god! Monster movie, fuck.
I am back, and I can't wait to just get back. It's time to. It's time to. I'm ready to do this. I'm ready to build back up. I'm ready to start anew. I'm ready to kick ass, and to hell with the naysayers.
Yeah.
But I guess I'll wrap up, with like thank yous and shout outs and stuff. And,
Mm.
I'll mention a few, not too many because I can't name everybody. But, first I'll thank you, Matt T.
Hey man, I'm here anytime you need me. Anytime you want to talk, whatever. I'm always here for you.
And you've been a great friend, and I've,
It's like it's been a privilege and an honor to come on and like even have these discussions with you and hang out with you. You're like one of the ones who got me into this in the first place.
Yeah, and it's always fun just talking. I mean, and being informed by all this cool information.
Mhm.
And we're gonna continue. You know, me and
Yeah.
Matt here, Matt T, as I call him. I mean, again, just a great friend because this is we've done a lot of great videos together, and I look forward to more.
Yeah.
Um, Ramp Raffle,
It's like the highlight of my week. It's a hang out with you. So.
Ramp Raffle Life, another great guy up here, Matt. Um,
Mhm.
I know we've done some stuff. I mean, just a great friend and a great guy. Please go check out his channel, subscribe. I'm so, to Matt, if you're listening, I'm sorry if I missed the Q&A. I was, the week got caught up with me, but Ramp Raffle Life, again, please go check out his channel. Mike, OCP Communications, another great guy I've known for a little bit. I hope that we get to do more. I've done maybe a handful of videos with him, but not too many. But Mike's a great guy, and I hope we'll get up a little bit more. Fabio,
Oh yeah.
the Italian Stallion 51, another great guy up here. Which I know he's been overseas, but now he's back here for a little bit. So hopefully, while he's still here, we'll get up. Wild Man Beyond, the great Wild Man. I mean, Wild Man Beyond has provided us with a lot of entertainment and just another great friend and a great guy that I'm sure he's going to ask about, when we're going to get up again and, when we're going to do another video. So, Wild Man, if you're listening, the door's open. We're definitely going to do more, and I like to do more videos because, you always bring a laugh out of me and
Oh yeah.
Matt T here, especially from the Colossal
Wild
Man.
Man. Wild Man. I love Wild Man. Like, I don't know. Wild Man. You bring out the best of me. Like when we all get together, even when we get together on our own. Oh my god.
Like the
Oh god. The quality of the conversation is just amazing. Like, I don't know. I love you, man. I love what you do. Everything you're working on. I love it.
Yeah, so Wild Man, we're gonna have you back on soon, and you could
Oh
drop
yeah,
no,
we got a lot to talk about with Wild Man.
and you could
A
drop
lot.
you could drop another James Cameron line.
Yeah, we still gotta do Jack Reacher, the new Jack Reacher videos, and a bunch of stuff with Wild Man. Top Gun 2?
Top Gun 2.
Yeah.
DJ Donnelly, another great guy.
Oh, I love DJ.
That we've been friends for a little bit. He's left kind words and
Mhm.
kind comments. Mario Talks. I hope to do more with him. He's another good guy that I've been.
Don't we have a Stephen King episode with Mario coming?
Yeah, we sort of started, and we were having some. It was kind of, some difficulties on my end. I was going through some connection problems. But
It's
Mario,
more like YouTube failed to be YouTube, so.
yeah,
Can't
YouTube and
wait to
Skype.
get up Mario because I know Mario is very Stephen King educated, I will say. And I can't wait to talk to Mario about the Gunslinger because I'm like 3 books in to the Gunslinger, and there's 8 or 9. I'm counting the prequel, so I'm like only 3 books in, and wow, I can't wait to see what Mario has to say because I know he's probably more advanced than I am, so I can't wait to see what he has to say about different. Not only that, but there's like a ton of things I want to ask Mario, a ton of different Stephen King shorts and books and stuff that I want to ask him about that wow, I don't know anyone else who's into Stephen King like that,
Yeah, that's why I want to pick it back up again. So at some point we're gonna do like uh, do a Stephen King sort of retrospective, like a podcast on Stephen King
Yeah, we could
adaptions.
probably do a whole series on Stephen King, probably.
Yeah, and I haven't read one spec of Stephen King, so it's gonna be. I'll come in from the movie standpoint. So Mar talks, great channel, great guy,
Yeah.
and we'll definitely get up. Uh, Aaron,
Alex?
Alex, what I don't know his YouTube name, and I should know his YouTube name, but
Right Kang 1995. I don't know if it's the same one anymore, but that was the gold liner, right?
yeah, Alex is a good guy. He would be. I would like to get him on for something sometime. You know,
Yeah, we have a lot of actually outtakes with Alex that we've done. I can't remember exactly which ones. We have the whole one, like we have a whole Arcadia section, but didn't we do something with like where we're talking about Rambo
or
and
something.
Snake Plissken and
I think the last time I had a conversation with Alex, I know you were there, but I think there was a lot of
yeah,
connection problems.
you had a cold, remember,
Oh yeah,
or something like that. But yeah, we were talking about like Rambo and Arnold
Mortal
and
Kombat. Yeah, I'm sure.
yeah, a whole bunch of different yeah
Because I know he's a diehard Mortal Kombat fan and a diehard, Liu Kang fan.
yeah.
But Alex is a great guy. And
Hmm.
he actually doesn't live far off from me.
Hmm.
Maybe an
Well,
hour.
when I probably come down there within the next year, honestly, like my sister just moved there, so I'll probably go to visit her within the next year. So I'd like to meet up with both of you guys if I go down there.
That'd be cool.
Hmm.
Uh, Aaron is another guy. I've never had a Skype with Aaron, but um, I would like to at some point. I hope. But he's the Restable 7 Home is his YouTube.
Hmm.
Another good guy up here, and hopefully at some time we'll get up,
Hmm.
get acquainted on Skype. But Jack Craven, we gotta mention Jack Craven. A big thank you to this guy. I can't say thank you enough.
Jack Craven, I must say, Jack Craven, you've changed my life forever. Like honestly, you've literally changed my life. Like I don't know how to say it. That's just in Rambo stuff alone. You've changed my life. You changed my whole outlook on everything altogether, everything. So like I say, you've helped me put a lot of things to bed that I've been wondering about since I was 20. So at least 18 years you put a big 18-year part of my life to bed. So I gotta say, sir, I love you because if not, I would still be wondering about these things today. But you have fixed them. So
And he's
yeah,
provided us with so much information. I mean, history on films that were canceled, and
yeah,
me and Matt T here, we've went into those, and we're gonna get back to them, and there's plenty more to discuss. But just what
yeah.
we know so far is so cool and so informative. And Jack Craven,
Mhm,
thank you.
mhm.
You just I don't know who you are in real life, but man, you you definitely um, are a
We're
great
gonna find
person.
out he's like Steven D'Souza
Yeah,
because he
the writer
he
of Die
talks
Hard.
like Steven
Yeah,
D'Souza. So I'm like, this could be Steven D'Souza. I don't know. You never know.
you never
And
know.
that's half the battle.
That's the mystery.
Yeah.
But Jack Craven, great guy, and like I said, I can't wait to do more. Me and Matt T here just talk about all this stuff. Uh, one other
We've
guy,
got a lot of Craven that we've never even gotten to yet. So
yeah,
we have right now, as I would say, like if I had to guess offhand without extra stuff, I would say we have about 13 hours of Jack Craven. I would say we have a lot more new stuff, maybe like 5 6 hours. behind the scenes that we haven't even touched yet, right? So
And Jack Raven, please send more stuff our way.
yeah,
um, another guy. I mean, Crank Dukes for always the kind words. Really, for a lot of people that have submitted questions like for the Q&As and stuff. Thank you, Ted Sutton
yeah,
for my entertainment.
yeah. Ted Sutton, man, you'll always be number one for us, man. No matter what happens, if you like join us and you know assimilate or not, you'll always be our number one, baby. When
Yeah,
we think back of to great moments in Matt and Zero Cool history, I think of you.
you and your Joe Kinnaman nut hugging.
Oh my goodness. Oh man. Stay tuned to the ACU for more Ted Sutton craziness
just
because we
look,
got hours of it. Hours?
just look him up, people. Look up Ted Sutton.
The blue people.
Look up his YouTube.
He try he tries to be Art Bell, but there's only one Art Bell. You know, he will never be Art Bell. I just want to say that to you right now. Right now, Mr. Sutton. You will never, ever be Art Bell. No matter what you do, you will never be Art Bell. But anyway, only one Art Bell. Only one.
To him, there's only one Joe Kinnaman.
I'll accept that trade. It's not going to be Art Bell. Oh
And if
my
son,
god.
you don't like that, you can take that RoboCock in your mouth and your ass.
Oh no.
I'm
Ladies and gentlemen, RoboCop 2.
yeah. I buy that for $1.
That's another one. I got the Frank Miller RoboCop 2 script. Oh, we gotta do that one.
I would love to.
It has RoboCop 2 and RoboCop 3 in it. We gotta do that one. Come on. My wife bought me that for Valentine's Day, and it was like the coolest Valentine's Day thing I've ever gotten in my life.
I'm down for it.
Yeah, just like 200 fucking Frank Miller drawings of RoboCop. You know, I was like, oh, my heart skipped a beat. Like,
That's what. That's what Joe Kinnaman does for Ted Sutton. Makes his heart skip a beat.
dun, 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 dun. Okay.
You just imagine Ted Sutton, Joe Kinnaman like Dirty Dancing.
Oh my goodness! Nobody puts Ted in the corner. Nobody puts Kidman in the corner. Oh my goodness.
Anyway, so we're going off the deep end here.
Baby. All right.
Oh man. Oh man. Uh, but anyways, that's pretty much all I got. If for folks out there, if as far as other sites and stuff, if you have Twitter, you can follow me on Twitter at zer0cool_89. I'm all
you have
there.
you have Twitter?
Yeah.
I can't follow fuck all on Twitter. All right. I'll try. I haven't touched my Twitter in like 3 years.
Oh yeah. I'm up there. It's spelled ZER with the
Mhm.
0 number and
Mm.
COOL underscore
Nice.
89. And like I said, I'm up there pretty much every day. I do movie polls and stuff, which is fun. So if you want to follow me there
Sure,
too,
yeah.
but that's pretty much it. And I want to thank Matt T here for
Thank
joining
you.
me. It was a lot of fun.
Thank you, man. Like for me, like wow. Like I said before, this is the highlight of my week. To just come on and chat with you, man. I love that you're gonna keep going. That you're gonna fight the good fight. That you're not gonna let this get you down, man. This is great. And I would just say this here right now: YouTube does not deserve a great personality like you. So
Oh, thank you. Even though I'm not PewDiePie, but
fuck PewDiePie.
yeah.
10 times better than PewDiePie. PewDiePie, you look like a girl out there.
Tell those guys. But
Mm.
oh man, this was fun. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And I am back. See you guys later.
Later, man.